The Lakers have won the last 2 games by overtime, and you're thinking, oh, they must have played like good opponents. No, they haven't been. The Detroit Pistons, who, if you don't remember, somehow beat the Lakers by double digits 2 weeks ago. And then also the rebuilding Oklahoma City Thunder took it to the limit. I was about to say back-to-back nights, but 2 of the 3 last nights that the Lakers have had to endure with rebuilding teams.
Which is expected. We all kind of, we keep saying this every week. The Lakers are going to be kind of coasting a little bit, which they have. But they just get a little too comfortable. But we haven't mentioned yet, AD wasn't playing last night, or at least the last game, right? Last 2 games, right?
No, Anthony Davis did not play last night.
Yeah.
Caruso also did not play last night. It had to do with a hand injury, which, like, you both saw them on the bench last night. Like, you saw something wrapped around Caruso's hand, whereas with Anthony Davis, this is actually the thing that's really scary. It is his Achilles.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. Oh, Jesus.
So, like, for Laker fans, obviously, like, whenever you hear Achilles, you think of Kobe because, like, that's something that took out him. Well, like, he was able to still play, but he wasn't the same Kobe as after the Achilles injury, just like many other NBA players who had suffered an Achilles injury.
What's the details of AD's Achilles injury? Is it just like a strain or just kind of like soreness?
Well, it appears to be not as serious, which is good. It hasn't ruptured. Good. It hasn't been torn.
We don't want that.
So the Lakers assured them today, according to Lakers, the silver screen and roll. I just like how I was like, hey, we got a clutch points guy. But meanwhile, I'm going to quote this other source. But according to silver screen and roll.
We're whores here. We're basketball whores. We love basketball.
And plus, we're non-denominational. We just love all the Lakers beat writers. We put them on because this is a platform for everybody.
Yeah, so. We support everybody. We're friends with everybody. Anyway.
Except for Celtics.
Yeah, especially you guys. I was gonna cuss, and I didn't.
Okay, hold on. I got something for that.
All right.
So basically, like the Achilles injury doesn't seem to be as serious, which is good. Yeah. So they're just giving him rest. And could this be something because of, I don't know, the quick turnaround from winning the NBA championship? Like, is it because maybe it's only 2 months rest?
I hope, man. I really hope they don't start falling apart. Kind of like that one year where Chris Kaman, when he was laying down on the bench because everyone was hurt. It is. I mean, it's us and the Miami Heat. That's should be the most tired out of all teams. Where does Miami sit on the East? I'm really curious.
They,
about that.
I believe, are not even. I'll check the standings right now, but from what I remember, they were out of the playoff picture.
That's crazy. Well, because I know Jimmy Buckets wasn't really playing for most of those games, right? When the season first started again.
So he's out, and then it's crazy because they just had rotating chairs. Like I remember watching the Clippers versus Heat, and Kendrick Nunn will step in every now and then.
Yeah.
He didn't play that game because Dragic came back. Tyler Hero came back, and it's just they're so deep, but at the same time, like they're not enough. They're not so deep to where they can get into the winning column so far.
Yeah, they're missing some like star players, like such as like can you see like knock on wood that nothing happens to both of them, neither of them, LeBron or AD. Like if one of them goes down, do you think like a team like with like this Lakers squad with one of those guys can continue?
I'm glad you said that because last night while I was watching the Oklahoma City game, there was a lineup where when LeBron wasn't in the game, there was a lineup of Trez, Kuz, Schroeder, Talen Horton-Tucker, and then I forgot who the fifth person was. But, like, I'm just thinking, like, wow, this is a team. Yeah, sure, they're not going to be title contenders, but this is going to be a pretty good team. And, like, if this was, like, the dark age of the Lakers, like, post-Kobe, like, this would have been a fun team to watch.
Yeah, second or third round maybe, I would see, and then to go from there as far as depending on who we're playing. I mean, Utah looks scary.
Utah does.
Which is, I'm like, I don't know. We'll get to that later,
but also we can mention Miami Heat 9-14.
Oh, and right now I know the West is really tight with only like what are we tied for second still? Or
so third? No, because the Clippers dropped their last 2.
oh, good. We like that around here, around these parts.
So the Utah Jazz is in first, a half a game up of the Lakers.
Okay.
So Jazz are 19-5, Lakers are 19-6, and the Clippers are 17-8. This is where it gets tricky.
Okay.
Because the 8th seed is currently occupied by the Denver Nuggets, 12-11. They're also tied with the Kings, who are at 12-11. Golden State is 12-12. Houston's 11-12. New Orleans Pelicans are 10-12, and the Dallas Mavericks are 11-14.
So everyone has a right to play very competitive, which is crazy. You don't get that in the East. You get 4 teams, and then that's it.
Like, okay, again, it's another picture of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
The 7th and 8th seed are both below 500.
Oh, we're doing that again.
Yeah.
We're doing this again.
We're doing that again.
Ugh.
The Tampa Raptors are 11 and 13, and the Atlanta Hawks are 11 and 12.
I know the Tampa Raptors. There's no way they're winning it this year. That's for sure.
Harrison Fagan, who came on to the show before, he was someone that predicted, like, hey, look, honestly, when they're in the middle of the rut, like, they're going to be coasting. Like, he predicted it. He foresaw this. He goes, like, I think they're going to get too comfortable. We're not exactly, maybe you can say this in the middle part, but I don't feel like as if we're, like, in the dog days of spring yet.
Yeah, no, not yet.
But at the same time, do you think this is it? Do you think this is why the Lakers have like gone to 2 overtime games with like weaker competition?
Well, yeah, because I mean, we also are missing a couple dudes, so it's like this is what's going to be expected. Like I said before, I think once we start getting closer to the playoff picture, like this has to stop. I was like, everyone's got to get it together because you carry that into the playoffs is bad news. You want to. Get all the all the mistakes and cobwebs and everything out first before you go in and you buckle down. So I mean, right now I could tell Vogel's still playing with the lineups, but hey, we found a couple depth lineups, which is great. So yeah, I'm not too worried. But as long as they stay healthy, that's my only concern, which has always been my concern because like those dark days of Laker Kingdom where we had Jordan Hill and Jeremy Lin
and Nick Young.
I mean, I love Nick Young. Don't get me wrong. Swag at P was amazing times, but I don't know. I have PTSD from that, so I think that's what it is. But I don't know. Hopefully they stay. Hopefully AD stays healthy.